At konting-konti, isa lang yata o dalawa na banggit sa Taiwan Straits. Kaya nagtataka ako, bakit dito pa sa ating budget, you put your money where your mouth is, and we're not doing that. Isa pa, dito sa AFP modernization, sa haba ng panahon na hindi natin napopondohan ng tama. May natitira pa sa Horizon 1, may natitira pa sa Horizon 2, dapat natapos na yung Horizon 3, baka hindi na siya modern pag natapos yung modernization. The nature of war has changed significantly over the past few months, years, with the drone technology taking over almost all manned efforts. So I'm wondering if we're anywhere near that sort of technology. Yun lang po.
Madam Chair, the Senate proposes an amount of 16.8 billion, broken down as follows: landowners compensation by LBP, Land Bank of the Philippines, 500 million pesos. Any questions? Any motion?
Madam Chair.
Representative Marcelino Lebanon.
There's an item there which shows the digitalization project. Do we have shows the digitalization project? Do we have funds for that or none?
The digitalization project, Minority Leader, will be discussed tomorrow because there's a detailed discussion of the digitalization project of the entire bureaucracy.
Thank
So,
you, Mr. Chair.
in a nutshell, though, if I may, Senwin, if I can just
Yes.
address it. So, if we look at a whole of government approach, so we were looking at the, not us actually, this was a directive of the executive for the Department of for the DICT to look into all of the digitalization items included in the NEP and see which ones can be streamlined and rationalized. So the change in the digitalization project included here is part of that overall streamlining exercise for the digitalization initiatives in the NEP. So bukas po, ang gagawin po namin ni Senwin, kasi medyo substantial po yung discussion doon, substantive rather, will discuss the overall amount that and break down exactly which agencies would be involved or included in the digitalization streamlining initiative. So yun po ito, yun po yung digitalization project dito.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Yes, is this a typo? I seem to have in the handouts of yesterday a different number, 16.718 plus for the House and 16,918,499 for the Senate. That was the handout yesterday. Is that a mistake then?
Yeah, it's the Senate version, Senator Aimee.
So is that correct? The Senate version is 16,918,499.
Yes, Senator Aimee.
So there's 200 million additional. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Thanks.
Any question? Any motion? Baka na. It's 16, medyo na daming numbers, no? But it's 16,848, 16.8. Any?
Sorry, come again.
It's the recommendation is 16.848.
16.840. That doesn't seem to be the number that's reflected in the handouts of yesterday. So 16, can we have it on the projected image, please? 16,848.
Yes.
So nagbago po from 16,918,499.
Yes, nagbago po.
Okay.
Nagbago po.
Thank you.
Move to approve.
Any
Mr. Chair.
second?
Second.
Duly seconded. The budget of the Agrarian Reform Department is deemed approved. With the permission of Chair Mika, Can we skip first the NIA because Senator Kiko would he defended this agency, and it will be better if he will be present later on also to discuss some of the important points of NIA. But he'll be back in a little while.
We're okay with that,
Thank you.
Sen Win. Of course, we want to give due recognition to Sen Kiko as he defended it in the
Yes.
in the Senate. But our request is hopefully, not hopefully, actually our request is for us to tackle NIA before we suspend
Yeah.
the BICAM meeting today.
Yes, yes.
Thank you po.
All right, so we go to the Department of Interior and Local Government.
On the part of the House, within the budget of the Department of Interior and Local Government, the House proposes to an increase in the budget of the Philippine National Police, more specifically, an increase of 161,682,000 for the construction of various buildings and facilities in the regional headquarters camp, Brigadier General Oscar M. Florendo. That would be it. And for the rest, we concur with keeping the NEP levels for the other items.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. On the part of the Senate, for the Office of the Secretary, we propose 9.4 billion pesos. And this is composed of barangay officials' death and burial assistance of 50,000 pesos, general management and supervision 1.6 billion pesos. 50 million pesos, sorry. Medyo nakakahilo na ho. Barangay officials' death and burial assistance 50 million pesos, general management and supervision 1.6 billion pesos, strengthening of peace and order councils 313 million pesos. So any questions? Any motion?
Move to approve.
And, duly-
Second.
Yep, duly seconded. The budget of the Office of the Secretary DILG is deemed approved. Go to the Bureau of Fire Protection. Ano ba ito? Okay, all right. So Bureau of Fire Protection, we propose 35.2 billion pesos divided, composed of fire operations activities for the increase in subsistence allowance, 29.1 billion pesos, procurement of 65 units of 1,000 gallon fire trucks, 487 million pesos, construction of 65 fire station, 392 million pesos. For the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, 31.2 million pesos, composed of custody, safekeeping, and rehabilitation of district, city, and municipal inmates awaiting investigation, trial, and/or transfer to the National Penitentiary for the increase in subsistence allowance, 26.5 billion pesos. Early childhood care and development, 365 million pesos. Nagkakamali na talaga ako. 356 million pesos, composed of general management and supervision, 70 million pesos, capacity building and institutional development in intermediaries and other partners, 76 million pesos, accreditation of ECCD service partners, 207 million pesos, establishment, wala na to, no? For local government academy, 544 million pesos, composed of general management and supervision, 108 million pesos. For the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, 1.3 billion pesos, composed of administration and supervision of Hajj operation, 103 million pesos. Promotion and development, management and preservation of Muslim cultural centers, heritage, holidays, festivities, and cultural activities, 603 million pesos. Institutional support, development, and promotion of madrasa education, Sharia program, and Quran competitions, 141 million pesos. For the National Police Commission, 2.4 million pesos, 2.4 billion pesos, composed of general management and supervision, 650 million pesos. Philippine Commission on Women, 204 million pesos. Composed of provision of technical assistance, advisory, and capacity building services on gender and development, 65 million pesos. For Philippine National Police, 226 billion pesos, composed of conduct of Philippine patrol operations and other related confidential activities against dissidents, subversives, lawless elements, and organized crime syndicates, and campaign against kidnapping, trafficking of women and minors, smuggling, carnapping, gun running, illegal fishing, and tackling of illegal drugs. Central Office for the increase of subsistence allowance, 187 billion pesos. Education and training program, 1.4 billion pesos. Conduct of intelligence and counterintelligence activities, 1.1 billion pesos. Construction of PNPA dormitory, 107 million pesos. 170 million pesos. Conduct of procurement, transport, storage, distribution of supplies and materials, including the maintenance of equipment and facilities for 911 equipment such as body-worn cameras, push-to-talk two-way radios, 15 billion pesos, 15.3 billion pesos. Establishment of hangars in Davao, Cebu, and La Union, 65 million pesos. Construction of new building of the PNP Headquarters Phase 2, 10 million pesos. For the Philippine National... What is this? For... Facilities for Philippine National Police. A construction... Ito yan. Construction of multipurpose building, task force camp, and complete facilities for Philippine National Police in Pandilusan Island, Payao, Zamboanga, Sibugay. Tama ba? 30 million pesos. Camp development in, Leyte Police Provincial Office, Palo, Leyte, 22 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Gusa, Cagayan de Oro City, 15 million pesos. Personnel and records management, 667 million pesos. Conduct of community awareness, public relations activities, and community work, 398 million pesos. Conduct of criminal investigation and other related confidential activities, 812 million pesos. End of local communist armed conflict, LCAC, 1 billion pesos. construction of multipurpose building, first quadrant of Camp Bagong Diwa along General Santos Avenue, Bicutan, Taguig City, 300 million pesos. Construction of 5-story regional forensic unit, Region 10, 60 million pesos. Human Resource Development, 490 million pesos. Enhanced and Secured Satellite Communication Integrations Project, 170 million pesos. Data Security Operations Center Project, PNP Information Technology Management Service, 90 million pesos. For the Public Safety College, 1.2 billion pesos, composed of Education and Training Program, 993 million pesos. 939 million pesos.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. By way of information, if we could just backtrack, sorry, under the PNP, we have an item regarding the construction of new building for the PNP National. It's stated in the NEP at 1.4 billion, reiterated by the GAB, and suddenly becomes a mere 10 million in the Senate version. May we know the explanation for such an extreme reduction?
Actually, they haven't used the previous allocation of 1.2, no? Yes. About 1.2 billion pesos, Mr. President. Apparently, they had problems with the site.
Okay.
So the 1.2 billion pesos will be carried over to 2026, Mr. President.
So it's valid for 2 years.
Valid for 2 years, yeah.
Hence, what we're actually going to have is 1.2 plus the 10.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's going to be 1.210.
Yes,
In fact,
yes.
for the year 2026.
Yes.
Assuming that they do get it. built.
Yes,
Thank you.
apparently they had a change of heart on where to put it inside Camp Crame. So that's why they didn't use any of the 1.2 billion pesos, Mr. President.
Okay, but the sum will not be reverted to the Treasury, the 1.2.
They have to use it.
They
Yes.
still have to use
Yes,
it. Yeah.
correct. Tama
Okay.
po. Any
Senwin,
questions?
before we make a motion, I would just like to make a quick manifestation with regard to the topic at hand. So I just wanted to manifest that both the House and the Senate have mutually agreed to adopt subsistence allowance as a common amendment for both houses. So that that would be an amount totaling to 23,696,822,000 across the different agencies and attached agencies: Public Safety College, PNP, PJMP, BFP, PCG, NAMRIA, and the Bureau of Corrections. Of course, this subsistence allowance increase from 150 pesos to 350 pesos per day is in consonance with Executive Order number 84 dated March 14, 2025. So we just wanted to, that's a very important point that I believe the Bicameral Conference Committee would like to highlight, that in the budget for the year 2026, we are able to fund the increase in subsistence allowance from 150 to 350 pesos per day.
Tama ho kayo, the Senate also approved the increase in subsistence allowance. In fact, marami po tayong mga senator, including Senator Lawrence, Senator Erwin, Senator Amy, who push for the increase in subsistence allowance of our military uniform personnel. So they will, like you said, they will receive 350 pesos. This is an increase from 150 pesos per day. So napakagandang balita po ito sa mga military uniform personnel natin.
Alam ko po, Senwin, matagal na rin pong hinihintay ito ng ating mga military uniform personnel, at ito na po yung tugon ng parehong Kongreso at ng Senado doon po sa kanilang kahilingan na maitaas na din po yung kanilang subsistence allowance. So I just wanted to make that manifestation, Senwin, because that's a really important achievement as well for the budget for the fiscal year 2026. Maraming salamat po.
Madam Chair.
Representative Pepito Alvarez, and then Representative Rufus Rodriguez,
Madam Chair. Next.
and Representative Brian Yamsuan. Representative Pepito Alvarez? Okay. Representative Rufus Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Mr. Chairman. We would like to thank the Senate for giving 975 million for procurement of 65 units of 1,000-gallon fire trucks, which are urgently needed by Mindanao especially. We also like to thank the Senate for the construction of 65 fire stations. Mostly in Mindanao have no fire stations. So we thank the Senate for that. Second, we thank the Senate for increasing the budget of the National Commission of Muslim Filipinos, increasing the Hajj operations, increasing the development of Muslim cultural centers, and increasing the Sharia program and Quran competitions. Third, we'd like to thank the Senate for including the construction of multipurpose building, RMFB, Barangay Gusa, Cagayan de Oro City, the city of golden friendship. Next, to thank also the Senate for also including the construction of 5-story forensic unit that has been asked for the past 5 years of the amount of 60 million pesos. And finally, on the part of the PNP, we would like to thank the Senate for increasing the enhanced and secured satellite communication integrations project, because we would like to have in each border in Mindanao before criminals can go through borders right there. Because of the satellite communication, we stop the criminals at the borders from province to province. So with that, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, we would like to thank the Senate for this additional budget. And of course, the HGAB, and we'd like to thank our own panel. The HGAB already included so much of the request of all the agencies. This is just in addition to, and we'd like to ask to thank the Senate. Thank you very much, Madam Chair, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Rufus. Actually, a lot of these interventions are made by Senator Javier Hercito, who is the Vice Chairman of the subcommittee for DILG. Unfortunately, he is not available today, but most of these interventions are made through Senator Javier Hercito. As for the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, those interventions came from Senator Padilla as well as Senator Bongo. So our senators are very active in intervening for the good of our Muslim Filipinos.
We thank the senators for looking after the Muslim population of Mindanao and also the regions in Mindanao. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Brian Yamsuwan.
Madam Chair, thank you so much. With regard to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Chairman Win, would like to ask if it includes the rehabilitation of the district and city municipal jails and the increase of the budget, because what is stated here is the rehabilitation of district, city, and municipal inmates. So does facilities come with the budget or just the rehabilitation of the inmates?
Actually, we wanted to, Senator JV suggested to include that. The committee was really inclined to include that, but unfortunately, because of fiscal space, we couldn't accommodate those requests. But maybe next year. No?
Because we know the congestion rate
Yes,
of
correct.
our jails
Yeah.
and the conditions of our PDLs in
Yeah.
the different municipal and city jails. So we have been advocates in the House. That's why we wanted to ask, because the increase is quite big. It's 26 billion, I think. Is it right, Mr. Chair?
Only included in the Senate the subsistence allowance for the
For the inmates?
no, for the officers of the BJMP.
Even the inmates, Mr. Chair, I think next year we should take into consideration the increase in the budget of their meals, because I think they're given 70 pesos per meal, kumbaga per day, in our system right now. And kahit tayo, mahirap pagkasi ng 70 pesos sa isang araw. I think we should take into consideration the living conditions of our PDLs also. And I will move for an increase probably next year when we have more fiscal space in our budget. And we thank also our chairman in the House for really looking after such revisions in the budget for next year. And we thank you for the increase, but I think we should do more in terms of researching for the need to increase other budgets for the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
Representative Pepito Alvarez.
Move to approve.
Any second?
Second.
The budget of the DILG is duly approved. Thank you very much. We move to the Department of National Defense.
Senwin, just to manifest, so the level of detail here is a little bit different from the level of detail which I wish to use when I manifest. So I'll just use, but the total is the same. So on the part of the House for the Department of National Defense, the House in the HGAB has reflected an increase of 4.25 billion pesos for the Department of National Defense. The said 4.25 billion pesos is as follows: 362 million for the upgrade of the power system of the government's power arsenal, 250 million pesos for the construction of a two-story hospice at the Veterans Memorial Medical Center, an additional 278.4 million for the development of the forward operating base in Balabac, Palawan, 172.4 million pesos for the integrated missile, ammunition, and explosives logistics support system, an additional 733.3 million pesos for the PA Cyber Electromagnetic Activities or SEMA capability buildup, an additional 150 million pesos for the construction of living quarters, Building A, in Victoriano Luna Hospital compound in Quezon City, an additional 150 million pesos for the construction of a multi-purpose building, Building A, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City, an additional 500 million pesos for the construction of the PMA Cyber Warfare Educational Excellence Center, or the CWEEC, at Fort Del Pilar, Baguio City, Phase 1, an additional 150 million pesos for the construction of the enlisted personal quarters at Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City, and an additional 1.5 billion pesos for the acquisition of the unmanned aerial system, vertical takeoff and landing. So in total, on the part of the House, with the additional 4.25 billion pesos for the Department of National Defense, that brings the total from 295 billion pesos, 295.2 billion pesos in the NEP to 299.4 billion pesos.
That's for the entire Department of National Defense. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
that is for the entire
Okay.
department.
Including the Armed Forces.
Yes, that
Okay.
includes the Office of the Secretary, the Government Arsenal, Office of Civil Defense, Veterans Memorial Medical Center, and the Armed Forces of the Philippines, broken down into the Philippine Army, the Philippine Air Force, the Philippine Navy, and General Headquarters, AFP and AFP-wide Service Support Unit. So that's a total addition of, sorry, 4.25 billion pesos in the HGAB for the Department of National Defense.
Thank you. Thank you for that. On the part of the Senate, um, Department of National Defense, Office of the Secretary, it's 2.3 billion pesos, composed of the following: development, implementation, and monitoring of international defense engagement, 55 million pesos. For government arsenal, 2.8 billion pesos. Manufacture and storage and security of small arms ammunition, 2.2 billion pesos. For Office of the Civil Defense, 2.6 billion pesos, composed of design and build OCD Negros Island Region Logistics Hub / warehouse, 42 million pesos. Construction completion of the Office of the Civil Defense Regional Office 10 building, Cagayan de Oro City, 35 million pesos. For the Veterans Memorial Center, 3.6 billion pesos, composed of inpatient care of 2 billion pesos. For the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine Army Land Forces, 145 billion pesos, composed of construction of multipurpose building, 2 units barracks, belittling facilities, 71st Infantry Battalion, 7th Infantry Kaugnay Division, Philippine Army, Barangay Kabaluyan, 2nd Mangatarem, Pangasinan, 10 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence, 7th Infantry Kaugnay Division, Philippine Army, Camp Lieutenant Tito B. Abat, Barangay Caloocan, Manawag, Pangasinan, 20 million pesos. Construction of military physical training facility, covered court, H503 3rd Infantry Brigade, Barangay Kalanan, Tabuk City, Kalinga, 20 million pesos. Construction of 2-story female barracks, H503 Infantry Brigade, Kalanan, Tabuk City, Kalinga, 15 million pesos. Construction of military barracks, 204 Quirino Defense Center, 2 RCDG, RCPA, San Marcos, Cabarugis, Quirino, Phase 2, 15 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose buildings, 7th Infantry Battalion, Nolcom, Bangag, Lalo, Cagayan, Phase 4, 15 million pesos. Construction, completion of 3-story military barracks building Type 6, Camp Severino Aquino, San Miguel, Tarlac City, Tarlac, 25 million pesos. Construction of military physical training facility gymnasium, 522 ECB Camp Aquino, Tarlac City, Tarlac, 98 million pesos. Construction of military physical training facility gymnasium, 69th Infantry Battalion, Philippine Army Headquarters, San Juan, Botolan, Zambales, 100 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose building, Battalion Quarters, 522 ECB, Camp Aquino, Tarlac City, Tarlac, 6 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose building, Officers Quarters, 11 MB, IMCOM, PA, Camp Aquino, Tarlac City, 26 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence and watchtower, 69th Infantry Battalion, Philippine Army Headquarters, San Juan, Botolan, Zambales, 30 million pesos. Construction of barracks / training facilities, 761B, Barangay Pakyas, Victoria, Oriental, Mindoro, Phase 2, 60 million pesos. Construction of barracks / training facilities, Alpha Company, 76IB, Barangay Malamig, Gloria, Oriental, Mindoro, Phase 2, 60 million pesos. Construction of barracks/training facilities, Charlie Company, 76 IB, Sitio Sampaguita, Barangay San Carlos, Nawan, Oriental Mindoro, 60 million pesos. Construction of military quarters and barracks building, Charlie, 61 ID, 2 ID, Puerto Galera, Oriental Mindoro, 75 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence with solar light system, 203 Brigade, 4 IB, Philippine Army, Barangay Cambunag, Bulalakaw, Oriental Mindoro, 45 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence with solar light system, 203rd Brigade, Philippine Army, Barangay Pag-asa, Bansud, Oriental Mindoro, 50 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence with solar light system, Alpha Company and Charlie Company, 4 IB, Philippine Army, Sitio Hagines, Barangay Wasig, Malansay, Oriental Mindoro, 50 million pesos. Construction of military barracks, building/training facility, 3rd Civil Military Operations Battalion, 3rd Infantry Spearhead Division, Philippine Army, Camp Martin Haen, Barangay Nabitasan, Leganes, Iloilo, 60 million pesos. Construction of Brigade Commander Quarters, new BDE HQS Negros Oriental, 12 million pesos. Construction of Chief of Staff Quarters, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 5 million pesos. Construction of medical and dental dispensary with amenities, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 20 million pesos. Construction of Sergeant Major Quarters, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 5 million pesos. Construction of supply room for QMS items, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 10 million pesos. Construction of 3-story 303 BDE quarters with mess hall and roof deck, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 75 million pesos. Construction of 3-story VIP transient quarters with mess hall, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 75 million pesos. Construction of training facility, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 10 million pesos. Construction of training facility, 303 Infantry Brigade, new BDE HQS Negros Occidental, 119 million pesos. Construction of military barracks, 47th Infantry Battalion Headquarters, Camp Raha, Sikatuna, Barangay Katipunan, Carmen, Bohol, 120 million pesos. Construction of military quarters building, 7th Forward Service Support Unit, Army Support Command, Philippine Army, Arelo, Boulevard, Cebu City, 30 million pesos. Construction of training facilities, 702 Community Defense Center, Camp Bernido, including related facilities, Tagbilaran City, 100 million pesos. Construction of training facility, Visayas Army Training, TRADOC, PA, Camp Governor Lino Chato, including related facilities, Tubigon, Bohol, 100 million pesos. Construction of military quarters Type 4, 102, IBDE, Igsoon, Santo Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay, 50 million pesos. Ready Reserve Infantry Battalion Mobilization and Training Center, 905 Regional Community Defense Group, RESCOM, Camp General Arturo Enrile Malagutay, Zamboanga City, 10 million pesos. Access road to Camp Evangelista, Barangay Patag, Cagayan de Oro, Misamis Oriental, 35 million pesos. Construction of officers and EP barracks, building, OG2 compound, H4ID, Camp Evangelista, Barangay Patag, Cagayan de Oro, Misamis Oriental, 40 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence, 2nd Mechanized Infantry Brigade, Armor Division, Philippine Army, Barangay Maria Cristina, Iligan City, Lanao del Norte, 50 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence, Mindanao Army Training Group, TRADOC, PA, Kabadritan, Military Reservation, Barangay Malinaw, Kalilangan, Bukidnon, 40 million pesos. Construction of 4 units, 10-door military barracks building, HQS 10ID, Camp General Manuel Yan, Barangay Tuboran, Mawab, Davao de Oro, 101 million pesos. 60 capacity military barracks quarters, Type 1, Kapatagan Training Facility, HQS 10 DTS Barangay Kapatagan, Digos City, Davao del Sur, 21.5 million pesos. Construction of military quarters building for Brigade Commander, Deputy Brigade Commander, Executive Officers, and Sergeant Major, including guard houses, 901 1st Infantry Brigade, Philippine Army, Placer Surigao del Norte, 15 million pesos. Construction of officers' quarters, Camp Romulo Gubi, Barangay Romualdo Ruby, Barangay Bancasi, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte, 15 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence with solar lights, gates, guardhouse, 401st Brigade, Barangay Awa, Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur, 100 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence with solar lights, gates, and guardhouse, 901st Brigade, Barangay Santa Cruz, Placer, Surigao del Norte, 100 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence with solar lights, gates, and guardhouses, Mount Mayapay, Military Reservation, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte, 80 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence, 401st Infantry Unite and Fight Brigade, 4th Infantry Diamond Division, Camp Datu Lipus, Macapandong, Barangay Awa, Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur, 100 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence, 901st Infantry Brigade, Philippine Army, Placer, Surigao del Norte, 40 million pesos. Construction of perimeter fence, Camp Romualdo Ruby, Barangay Bancasi, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte, 60 million pesos. Construction of Sergeant Major Quarters, Camp Romualdo Ruby, Barangay Bancasi, Butuan, Agusan del Norte, 3 million pesos. Enhancement of firing range, Camp Romualdo Ruby, Barangay Bancasi, Butuan, Agusan del Norte, 10 million pesos. Construction of Unconventional Warfare Training Center, Special Operations Command in Fort Magsaysay, 3 million pesos. For the Philippine Air Force, 60.3 billion pesos. 60.6 billion pesos, composed of development of forward operating base at Balabac, Palawan, 1.1 billion pesos. Construction of two-story military barracks Type A, CNIA, Lalo, Cagayan, Phase 2, 10 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose building, two-story training facility, TOG 3, Camp Aquino, Tarlac City, Tarlac, 17 million pesos. Construction of five-story military barracks quarters Type 1, Lipa City, Batangas, 60 million pesos. Construction of five-story military barracks quarters, building Type 3, Lipa City, Batangas, 50 million pesos. Construction of three-story military barracks quarters, building Fernando Air Base, Lipa City, Batangas, Phase 1, 50 million pesos. Construction of fixed-wing hangar with parking ramp, Brigadier General Benito Ebuen Air Base, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, Phase 3, 40 million pesos. Construction of rotary hangar, BGB NEAB, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, Phase 2, 83 million pesos. Construction of Toismin Armory Building, Toismin DAS, Barangay Sasa, Davao City, Davao del Sur, 12.3 million pesos. Construction of fixed-wing hangar and parking ramp with outside facilities, utilities, TOSRB, General Santos City, South Cotabato, 62 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose hangar and parking ramp with outside utilities, TOSRB, General Santos City, South Cotabato, 57.5 million pesos. For the Philippine Navy, this is 59.9 billion pesos, composed of enhancement of road network of Naval Station Leo Virgildo Gantioki, Zambales, 270 million pesos. Construction of Married Military Headquarters Building, Naval Base Rafael Ramos, NBRR, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, Phase 4, 10 million pesos. Ba't kulang itong isa? What is that? City. Yan. Construction of missile storage facility, Naval Base Real Ramos, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu Phase 2, is 30 million pesos. Construction of ammo dump camp Cape Pujedor, Burgos, Ilocos Norte, 30 million pesos. Construction of personal barracks with armory, Campe, Bujedor, Burgos, Ilocos Norte, 40 million pesos. Construction of public hygiene facilities, Naval Forces, Southern Luzon, Legazpi, Albay. Ano ito? 300,000? 300,000. For General Headquarters, AFP and AFP-wide service support units, 26.7 million pesos. 26.7 billion pesos. Composed of completion of Officers' Quarters and EP Barracks, Military Intelligence Group 3, ISAP, Camp Serviliano, Aquino, San Miguel, Tarlac City, 20 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose building, 2-story EP Barracks, MIG 41, SIF, ISAF, Camp Aquino, Tarlac City, Tarlac, 15 million pesos. Construction of multipurpose building, Battalion Headquarters, 1st Civil Relations Group, CRSAFP, Camp Aquino, Tarlac City, Tarlac, 6 million pesos. Construction of various multipurpose building, Task Force Camp with complete facilities for Armed Force of the Philippines in Pandilusan Island, Payao, Zamboanga, Sibugay, 30 million pesos. Compound, ano ito? Putol eh. What is that? Construction of West Mincom Headquarters Building, Western Mindanao Compound, Zamboanga City, Phase 3, 50 million pesos. Joint Force Support Command, 7.5 billion pesos. Presidential Security and Protection, PSG Command, 2.2 billion pesos. Joint Force Support Units, 1.3 billion pesos.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
kanina ko po tinitignan, pabalik-balik ako din sa pahina ng National Defense. Wala po ako makita rito na spare parts man lang or equipment, logistics. Puro infrastructure po ito, vertical, horizontal, pero none at all. Na, di po ba nila kailangan ng mga pyesa sa sakyan nila sa barko, helicopter, fighter jet? Marami po tayong mga equipment or bumili man lang ng eroplano or yung ating mga kailangan po siguro ng mga spare parts nito mga patrol craft natin, helicopter natin. Baka mamaya sir, alambre na lang tinatali doon sa mga yon. So, kailangan ho natin siguro. Ano hong paliwanag nila dito? Bakit wala pong spare parts? Wala pong logistics, Mr. Chair?
Ito pong nabanggit ko po, ito po yung tinatawag na TICAS projects na dati po nasa DPWH. Tapos ho nagkaroon ho tayo ng hearing, rinecommend po ng committee and also from the agency na ilipat nilang po itong mga infrastructure projects na lahat po nasa kampo sa AFP at sila na po ang gagawa. In regards to sa mga spare parts, yan po ay nakasama po sa kanilang MOE. No? So yung mga iba't ibang ahensya at iba't ibang armed forces components, meron ho sila sariling mga MOE po.
What about new equipment, Mr. Chair? Like right now, we have problems at the West Philippine Sea. Maski mga patrol craft lang sana, kulang na kulang po tayo, particularly with the Air Force and of course the Navy siguro.
Yan naman po nakapasok sa kanilang capital outlay. So meron ho silang mga budget for capital outlay na pwede ho nilang magamit.
But it's not specified here, Mr. Chair. I was looking over these pages and I can't seem to find it, Mr. Chair.
Doon po ay naka-built-in na po sa kanilang original budget. So yun naman po ay kineri po ng Senate.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo, for what you mentioned, because we have similar observations that the amendments which we carried, which is actually what they asked for, are mostly infrastructure, but nothing that really strengthens our military capability. But I also take note that in the NEP, that's where they placed it. But I noticed, yes, it's mostly infrastructure development. Also take note that if we compute everything put together, including the NEP, the HGAB, if ever they did any amendment, and the Senate amendments, this only comprises 1% of GDP. And ideally, at least according to what they said during the hearing, we must invest minimum of 2% of GDP for our military. And that includes both air assets, our ground assets, and of course, being an archipelago, we must be prepared. And it does not even include the Coast Guard, which is, of course, civilian in nature. So we are underfunding our capability for our military strength. We need to invest more, perhaps in the NEP of 2027, but that's something I would not like to mention since we're live streamed, and we would not like to say to the world that we are militarily incapable, but okay, but it's obvious that we are underfunding it, yes. But I appreciate your comment that yes, if you notice, puro vertical development.
Kasi
no?
since we're live streamed, Senator Lauren, people are asking or wondering, they're waiting na may mabasa rito sana na purchase or logistics or
Mga
equipment.
barko sa West
O
Philippine
puro
Sea.
construction.
That's true. You're
That's
actually
what
correct.
they're asking here, itong mga netizens po natin.
Yes. But actually, if you look at the NEP, the chair is correct in saying that's where they put it. But malaki po ang kakulangan kasi pag sama-samahin mo yan, 1% of GDP lang yan. So malaking kakulangan. Yes.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Senator Amy.
Yes, Mr. Chair. You very patiently read out the exact locations of all this new infrastructure and some repair and rehab. However, the shift in our military operations from internal subversion to external threat is not manifested in any way in the infrastructure expenditure. I'm a little bit perplexed by that. The only visible change appears to be in the AFP modernization program, where the House as well as the Senate very generously almost doubled their expenditure. But it also behooves me to observe that there is no shift in the infrastructure expense that should reflect the shift towards external aggression, defense against invasionary and other forces from overseas, as opposed to the usual domestic insurgency that has plagued us for many, many decades. Yun lang. Bakit ganon? Kasi parati natin pinag-uusapan, hindi na NPA, hindi na Muslim secession, hindi na kung ano-anong domestic ang problema natin ngayon, kundi ang challenges sa ating tinatawag na territory, sovereignty, ECC, at iba pa. Kaya nagtataka ako, ito naman puro sa mga infrastructure at mga building at gastos sa panloob. Bakit ganun? Bakit hindi nagpalit ang ating strategy? Parati natin pinag-uusapan. Yun lang po. Ganun din ang kinatatakutan ko sa kabila ng pagnanais natin na doblehin halos from 35 billion. Ginawa natin 40, tas ginawa pang 60. Eh baka naman yung bibilhin pa rin, small arms pa rin, na talagang kasi ito nakikita ko, manufacture, storage, and security of small arms, paano yung mga kinakailangan natin sa dagat, sa karagatan, at eto nga, sa Air Force, na wala naman tayo nakikita. Yun lang ang kinatatakutan natin.
Maraming salamat, Senator Amy at Senator Tulfo sa mga tanong. Meron din ho tayong AFP modernization program na 90 billion pesos, both program and unprogram appropriations. At typically ho, itong mga components ng AFP modernization ay pinag-uusapan po sa executive session because of national security issues. But rest assured na meron tayong pondo for the modernization. And tama ho si Senator Loren na talagang kailangan po ay patuloy ang pagtaas po ng budget ng ating armed forces. In fact, with the AFP modernization, aabot po tayo to 1.25% of GDP. Alam ko medyo malayo pa yan sa 2% na recommended ng NATO, pero at least ho, tumataas ho tayo dahan-dahan. Hopefully by in the next 3 years, umabot ho tayo ng 1.5 para po talagang mabili ho natin at masuportahan ho natin ang ating armed forces ng mga kagamitan na kakailanganin ho nila. Tama si Senator Amy na nagsishift po to external defense. No? At kailangan natin ng suportahan siya doon.
Pero lahat ng pinapatayo, wala naman sa western sector, wala rin sa eastern, at konting-konti, isa lang yata o dalawa na banggit sa Taiwan Straits. Kaya nagtataka ako, bakit dito pa sa ating budget, you put your money where your mouth is, and we're not doing that. Isa pa, dito sa AFP modernization, sa haba ng panahon na hindi natin napopondohan ng tama. May natitira pa sa Horizon 1, may natitira pa sa Horizon 2, dapat natapos na yung Horizon 3, baka hindi na siya modern pag natapos yung modernization. The nature of war has changed significantly over the past few months, years, with the drone technology taking over almost all manned efforts. So I'm wondering if we're anywhere near that sort of technology. Yun lang po.
Si Senator Loren, who's the chairperson of the Defense Committee in the Senate, alam ko ho na umpisahan niya na po magkaroon ng hearing regarding modernization and also